It's Black History Month, and this year we celebrate a century of honoring the month designated to sharing American history through the lens of Black African Americans. Now, during February, we'll bring you stories of those still making a positive change in our state. I'm Kiana Patterson, and for the next 30 minutes, you'll learn and be inspired. We start with one of few African Americans to be recognized as the first citizen of Portsmouth. It's an honor for those who improve the quality of life for all residents in the city. Horace Savage now has a scholarship in his name and an honorary street in the historic Truxtun district. As this neighborhood celebrates 107 years,
Truxtun was the first and only community built for blacks in the United States.
This block on Portsmouth Boulevard honors a World War II veteran.
When we see the sign Horace Savage Way, it reminds of us one of the great mentors of Truxtun.
The brown signs, a centennial birthday gift. Happy birthday! For a longtime football coach turned leadership coach.
I say, Coach, help me handle this. It's invaluable to have an elder in the room that has spanned over 100 years. One of the proudest days was when we unveiled that street naming. We immortalized his existence in the city of Portsmouth.
Now he enjoys football games from his recliner after dedicating 37 years to Portsmouth schools as an educator, coach, and assistant superintendent.
As clerk of the school board, my name appeared on everybody's everything.
Okay.
Whatever it was, the diploma, checks, Horace Savage signed it.
That name in the Athletic Hall of Fame for historically black high school I.C. Norcom.
When I retired, he gave me that. That's 15 yards. He said, Coach, here's the 15 yards I took.
Paid in full.
Yeah.
And inside of his home is his very own Wall of Fame.
Man of the Year, Coach of the Year, all of those pale beside the first citizen. Is representative of the entire community.
It was a much different time growing up in the segregated South. The memories of sit-ins, being pushed off of sidewalks, and being denied care in a Suffolk emergency room.
I will never forget the day a state trooper carried me into a local hospital, an area hospital. He was told that they couldn't touch me because I was a minor.
His family, all leaders in Truxtun.
My mother, my father, they were good examples of community activity.
The first so-called mayor, because it wasn't official, was his grandfather, Thomas Tucker. But his father was also instrumental because he formed a lot of civic clubs, and one was the Eureka Club that still stands today.
And the tradition of attending what was known as the Hampton Institute.
He saw what it meant to give back to a community, what it meant to work hard and persevere and overcome.
Coach Savage often reflects on the motto his mom Bessie often shared. What would you like the next generation to learn from your life or your family's legacy?
Aim higher. Amen.
Aim higher.
Aim higher.
And Mayor Glover calls Coach Savage the gold standard for his continued mentorship of his former players. He says Portsmouth is a better place because of Horace Savage. 100 years ago, a small gray box was invented, and it would change the world. It was called television, and that same day, Grady James was born in Florida. Now, he became a professor at Norfolk State University and a key player in the TV news industry. Regina Mobley introduces you.
Happy birthday! On his 100th birthday and the birthday of television, the man who built the mass communications program at Norfolk State University
I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
visited 10 on Your Side for a look at television history
I used to edit my own tape.
and a behind-the-scenes look at digital television.
20 miles per hour gusts of
The tools used to gather news have changed, but the mission has not. As the world watches 24 hours a day, unrest in America, Dr. James says a lesson in caution played out this weekend after additional videos were released to show various angles of how federal agents shot and killed Alex Pretty. So what advice would you give to the young people you met here today?
So one of the things I would say is learn all you can about everything you can. History and politics kind of go hand in hand. So when you're covering the news, you have a background basis on which to ask certain questions and demand certain kind of answers.
Many people say we are watching the fall of democracy.
Well, I'm going to agree with that altogether. Maintain your commitment, your own integrity, and sidestep the politics. So you, as a reporter and as a journalist, have to be consistent with trying to protect democracy.
And that was Regina Mobley with 10 on Your Side. Recently, friends and family had a big celebration for Dr. James's 100th birthday. A Norfolk man also just turned 100 years old. He's seen a lot during his lifetime, and he has a lot of wisdom. He shared some of it with 10 on Your Side's Angela Bohan.
Imagine how much change you would see over the course of 100 years. Here in Norfolk, I got the opportunity to stroll down memory lane with Mr. Leonard Harris, an African-American World War II veteran.
My name is Leonard Luther Harris. I was raised in Norfolk, Virginia.
Harris proudly served in the U.S. Army and later served the Hampton Roads community as a teacher at Lake Taylor and Booker T. Washington High Schools. I dug up his yearbook photo in the archives at the Slover Library. He turned 100 last July, with the city of Norfolk giving him this special recognition.
I really do not know where those years have gone.
He maintains a sense of humor, despite having some dark memories like segregation.
It was very sad. It wasn't enjoyable at all, but we tried to make the best of it.
He described attending St. Joseph's, a school for blacks that stood near where Norfolk's Scope Arena is today. He recalled wearing a sweater with the letters SJ on it and being teased by white children at other schools.
How you hand your letter, and we didn't know what man was talking about.
At age 18, Harris went into the Army and served in Japan, helping to build roads and landing strips for U.S. military planes. This veteran described to me how the black and white soldiers trained separately despite having the same mission.
They would throw rocks at us to stop us from going to the movie, but we still went.
In Hampton Roads, the beaches were no stranger to discrimination. Only a handful of beaches allowed blacks.
We were not allowed to go into the other beaches.
Reflecting on his 100 years, Harris stressed how vital it's been that he has God's strength and how important it is to have a positive attitude.
In fact, I enjoy everything I did in my life. I made it enjoyable.
He wishes today's youth would truly appreciate how hard blacks fought for change.
It's a sad thing that the young people are not taking advantage of the opportunities today.
Knowing how the world is struggling right now with gun violence, he shared how his parents wouldn't even let him play the game of cowboys with a toy gun.
I did not put my hand on a gun until I was in the service at 18.
Leonard Harris knows in his heart that he's made a difference in countless lives and is proud of his accomplishments.
I'll soon be 101.
In Norfolk, Angela Bohan, 10 on Your Side.
What an amazing way to commemorate 100 years of Black history. Coming up, our Honoring Black History special continues. See how local students are getting 2 lessons at once, one on making music and the other learning history. Plus, art and culture on stage. We'll take you inside of the historic Addicts Theater in Norfolk and see how it helped shape the Black music here in Hampton Roads. A local teacher has devoted his life to music, and part of that devotion involves teaching his students the important role that Black history plays in it. Here's Katie Collette.
Let's do a canon. Who wants to go first?
For 32 years, Sammy Logan has been the heart and soul of song at Cape Henry Collegiate.
Love, guys, we want to have that A at the end.
Mr. Logan is the director of choral activities at the private school in Virginia Beach. However, his own education started in the public school system not far away in Portsmouth and then Norfolk.
Elementary school was Laura E. Titus Elementary School, no longer there. Ruffner Middle School, and I was headed to Booker T. Washington High, but then there was busing and I was moved over to Morey High School, so I graduated from Morey.
He got his degree at Old Dominion University and then answered an ad for a music teacher at Cape Henry.
The head of school at that time was someone who was really very interested in the diversity of the campus.
Mr. Logan said Cape was different than anything he'd experienced.
I had not been in a private school setting. All of my education was public and it was urban.
But as is often the case, different was good. This son of a pastor began incorporating Black history, including gospel music, into his lessons.
Richard Smallwood is a name that's revered in gospel music. His recent passing is something that I've spoken to the kids about because we've done some of his music. So his Total Praise selection has made its way into our repertoire and our students enjoy that piece.
Mr. Logan has fine-tuned Cape Henry's chorus program using his passion for music and love of his students, taking them to perform in some amazing places. Sammy Logan creating his own history at Cape as he wrote the school's alma mater. As for his students embracing Black history and music,
they're all in, so I think we are pretty close musically to having the type of diversity of sound that the country needs and appreciates.
In Virginia Beach, I'm Katie Collette.
Some history lives only in memories. A group of Virginia classmates work to change that. Just ahead, how they are documenting Black history. Welcome back to our Honoring Black History special. Now we'll take you to the Apollo of the South. The Addicts Theater has been the cornerstone of Black culture in Norfolk for more than a century. And 10 on your side's Karina Garcia takes us inside of the landmark that helped shape the community and opportunity for generations.
A cultural landmark and a pillar of progress for Norfolk. Long before desegregation, long before access was granted, this place was built by the community, for the community.
It's the oldest remaining theater in the country that was financed, designed, operated by African Americans.
The Addicts Theater first pulled back the curtains in 1919.
It's a place where African Americans could gather, could see the best in entertainment, see the best performers, persons who looked like them.
A safe haven for its time, financed 75% by 2 African American financial institutions, the remaining 25% raised by the community itself.
A gentleman came to my office with this with this stock certificate to see if he owned a share of stock in the attics.
And he sure did.
He didn't.
Oh, he did?
And he found it in his grandmother's attic, so he wanted to double check.
A reminder of the generational connections tied to the Attucks Theater. Named after Crispus Attucks, part African American, part Native American, and the first person killed in the Boston Massacre.
And it's a national landmark.
But even safe spaces aren't immune to change. In 1953, the theater closed its doors.
It was just economics, and before we began filming, I mentioned that the things were beginning to change racially in Norfolk and across the country, and we see that African Americans didn't have to shop on Church Street. They could branch out. This is the beginning of that time frame.
For the next 35 years, the Attucks became a commercial hub for black business, turning into a men's warehouse. If you drive down Granby Street today, you'll find that business still standing.
These are the original colors that were in the theater.
And the people of Norfolk never forgot. After a multi-million-dollar restoration, the Attucks Theater reopened in 2004.
Have you taken this stage?
I have. It's just fabulous. It really is.
That same stage once carried the sounds of jazz, blues, and soul.
Duke Ellington performed, and Nat King Cole, and Cap Calloway, and Ella Fitzgerald, and the giants in on the music scene during their day, and certainly regarded as legends today.
Recognized by its iconic neon sign, still inspiring and still evolving, a testament to the resilience of the people who built the building.
So they are, I had someone today, or actually this week, to contact me, how can I donate to the Attucks? They just want to see it thrive.
In Norfolk, Virginia, Karina Garcia, 10 on your side.
Black history in Hanover County near Richmond lived mostly in memory until a group of classmates decided to preserve it. Now they're worried that history could once again be at risk of being forgotten. Danelle Dukin has the story.
People donated these pictures. This is where all of the pictures came from.
Nestled in a small room in Ashland, a collection of memorabilia and artifacts tells the stories of Black life in Hanover County.
Our main focus is to collect, preserve, and exhibit information on contributions made by African Americans who have lived or currently live in Hanover County.
For generations, this history has been passed down, but never formally recorded until the Hanover County Black Heritage Society was formed. In 1994, Carolyn Hemphill and classmates who attended the county's all-black high school during segregation realized much of their history was at risk of being lost.
When people were pulling down houses, when older people passed, I would sometimes reach out to the families asking them if they would donate memorabilia and artifacts to Hanover County Black Heritage. And this is how we came up with most of the things that we have.
Their findings have led to books, traveling exhibits, and significant community contributions, including the design of Berkeleytown Heritage Park, honoring the historic African American neighborhood in Ashland.
All of the information pertaining to Berkeleytown came from the archives here at Hanover County Black Heritage. So this is a typical example of collecting and preserving that information.
As the collection grows, the challenge has shifted. Now it's not just about uncovering Black history in Hanover, but finding a permanent place to preserve it.
We've been in several locations since we started back then, but we still haven't found a permanent home.
And that was Danelle Dukin reporting. The Black Heritage Museum is open to the public, but with an appointment. We'll be right back. A Catholic school in Portsmouth became the first to integrate, and it did so with little pushback. Now, there were some growing pains, but those who were there say it was their strong faith that smoothed the path forward. Here's 10 on your side's Ashley Knight.
You've heard of the Norfolk 17, the African American students allowed to enroll at 5 different all-white schools in Norfolk in 1959. But you've probably never heard of the Catholic 4. That same year, Cecilia Brown was a second grader at Our Lady of Victory, the Catholic school for African Americans, and where the Catholic 4 came from.
In 1959 is when those 4 students, Sabina Gordon, Eddie LeBeouf, Samson Clark, and Richard King, went to Portsmouth Catholic High School. They integrated schools in Portsmouth. No public schools had integrated yet. So they led the way, and I think they were very successful at it.
The first integration in the city of Portsmouth was much smoother than what happened earlier that year across the river in Norfolk. Donna Henry isn't surprised by the easy transition.
It wasn't about the color in the sense that God's children had been attending both of those schools. They already share the same system of beliefs, expectations.
In 1960, the high school portion of Our Lady of Victory closed, moving students to St. Paul's, but not everyone went.
Very few of us continued in Catholic school. Most of our population went to public schools. So that was really a devastating part of the separation.
They slowly integrated the rest of Our Lady of Victory until it closed altogether in 1964. Brown was entering 7th grade.
Integration wasn't the thing, it's just that we knew we were going from the black school to the white school. Those basic values of unity, equality, service, kindness, loving one another. So I think it was an easy transition for most of us. I'm not saying that it was not without some issues.
Norfolk and the Commonwealth were still fighting desegregation and the Supreme Court's ruling in Brown versus Board of Education. Cecilia remembers hearing many reasons given for the school closure.
Our enrollment started dwindling. There were discussions of having enough money to keep the school running.
OLV wasn't the only school integrating into St. Paul's, which made the transition something to get used to for everyone.
As the churches sort of blended together also, that they were so not used to integration that I think that affected the community in a way. I think it was just a learning curve for a lot of people.
Only 5 students from her grade level integrated to St. Paul's. Only 4 graduated. And though it wasn't apparent at the time, looking back, she says she's proud to be one of those few.
We were also groundbreakers. And I never even realized that until a few years ago. Living it and looking back, I think, are 2 different things.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kiana Patterson.